Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 Podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sin.
And 15 PCA.
Be sure to follow us over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord. Link in the description below. If you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. We're up to the second to last episode of Season 2 of Star Trek Discovery, so it's almost over.
Thank goodness.
And I say this every single time. These don't need to be hour-long episodes.
No. This one especially.
Remove a lot of the fluff. This could have been 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of emotional stuff in this episode, but like I said, in every other thing, we don't care about any of this crew. We only know 3 or 4 of these crewmates, and that's it.
The thing is, it was so much, even if I did care about the people, it was too much. That tells you how much it was in this episode.
When Pike does his emotional thing, it kind of, because because it means something to me.
Yeah.
Pike means something to me. But all these other people, it just doesn't. And then we bring back stupid crap from season 1, intergalactic Katras that don't work that way. But anyways, the episode opens up and Surak's on the beach and his wife's giving him his oatmeal or whatever, and he's doing his across galaxies Katra with Michael Burnham.
What's funny is Vulcan, I don't think, has a lot of water at all, so I didn't think they have beaches on Vulcan.
Sarek has the bomb house. He's got beachfront property.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
They give him the best of the best.
He's living large. It's a desert planet. They don't have...
It's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
We get back to it. Well, remember, in the last episode, they're going to blow up the Discovery.
Yeah.
Because they're like, hey, there's no other way to get rid of this, where the sphere's knowledge. But I said, where is it stored? Is it in a hard drive? Is it on a computer? Why can't they just physically destroy that part of the ship?
I don't know.
Why do they have to destroy the whole entire ship?
It's whatever.
It saved itself
well,
in the
because
replicators.
when you get a virus on your PC, you clearly have to destroy the whole PC. You don't have to just...
That's what I do.
I know, right? You don't try to turn back the clock on it to a your save state or anything. No.
So they're preparing for evacuations and all that stuff like that. So the Enterprise shows up and we get to see the Enterprise. It's funny how starkly different the designs are. I know the Discovery is supposed to be an experimental ship, but it looks nothing like...
The Enterprise looks like the way it should almost.
Yeah, it's updated, of course, because it's not going to look as...
But that's fine, though.
So the Enterprise shows up and they're doing evacuations.
Oh, and that when they get the little thing, they connect
them
so bad.
It looks like what do I want to say, an erector set.
And the thing is, they do a countdown to it. When they always link ships, they never had to do a countdown.
But here's the thing, why aren't they just choosing transport?
I don't know.
Is there a reason why they're not doing
and
that?
And remember, there's tons of transports on Discovery and tons on Enterprise. That's double transports.
So they do like this docking thing and like countdown to dock. Again, all these little fluff moments that could just be cut.
Yeah.
It just feels like they needed to fill up an hour. So let's show the docking sequence. Who cares?
What is this, Thunderbird? Yeah. We don't need to see it.
Docking sequence, go. And it's like a 3-minute little scene.
Yeah.
And of course, everyone's like packing their stuff. And it's kind of showing everyone on the bridge, it kind of shows Spock. And then it shows Hugh, and he's looking at where his medical bay, like, oh, this is where I got my neck snapped. And then it shows...
And what are you looking at? Just get out of there.
And then it shows Stamets, oh, this is, looking at the sport drive. And it's just like everyone's having like these little emotional moments, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because it all adds up to nothing. They're still doing everyone's kind of getting off the ship, and then they're kind of coming up, okay, what do we do? Okay, we get everyone off the ship, we try to blow it up, but we have to still get rid of it. We still have to do something with the time crystal. We have this item, we don't know what to do with it. We know we're supposed to have it. They come up with the beautiful idea that, remember when Mama Burnham was like, I don't know anything about no red signals. So they kind of figure out that it was Michael Burnham sending the red signals. So she was supposed to always go into the future.
But then then they wouldn't know that was Michael Burnham. They wouldn't just take that from her mom because it'd be 100% DNA. You're not a match to your parents. I know I hate to tell you that. You're not a 100% match. It's so stupid.
And then this is when they're packing up the crystal, right? And Michael Burnham just grabs it. And then it gives her visions of the future, and there's because a big battle and everything's blowing up and everything. What the hell? Why did she do that?
That's so weird.
Isn't that like crazy dangerous?
I know.
Like, couldn't it like drive you mad? Remember how that's what what's his face said? Remember, he's like, oh, be careful when people try to manipulate the time crystals, they go mad and they end up like dying and stuff. So
I like how Pike did it and it screwed up his future somehow. We don't know why it did, but Burnham's gonna be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Well, because she's a woman, I guess, and she's...
So Pike's future is sealed because they made a point to say that once he saw himself getting that injury that puts him in that chair, it's sealed. There's nothing he can do about it. Michael Burnham can see the future and she can use it to her advantage.
Yeah, of course. Huh? Because it likes Michael Burnham. It has feelings.
Time literally loves her.
Yeah.
So they're setting up the self-destruct sequence, and they put their hand on the thing, so it has to be Saru and Pike doing it. and they make their way over to the Enterprise, and we get to see the red.
Oh, it looks cool.
They say orange. I see it as red. I don't know, but I'm like, it looks cool. They show the bridge. The ground's a little too dark, but
that's a minor. I don't mind because it feels like a ship in that time.
And it has all the noises and everything.
It makes me sound. Why can't Discovery look like this? How cool would that have been?
The way the doors open.
Yeah, and they could have worn the uniforms and anything. That'd have been cool.
So it's kind of cool to see Pike back on the Enterprise, and it's just that little stuff makes me smile, even though it's stupid. It doesn't mean anything.
But I just like it.
It's nice to see. He's on there and everything, and you can tell on his face like, "Oh, cool, I'm back on my ship." Then I guess Giorgio's there, and she comes in, ew, orange. Yeah, she has to put it down.
You had a cool moment there, Discovery, and you had to put us down, saying, "Look, we gave it to you. Look how stupid this looks." That's what it feels like they're saying to us.
I hate when they do that. Oh, here's a throwback for the old fans. Remember the Enterprise? Like, oh, cool, it looks all updated.
Well, it's stupid.
They went to bring in Giorgio because, she's super cool, and if you want to be cool like her, you have to hate the way it looks.
Yeah.
Go F yourself, Giorgio.
I know, right?
And then they make this stupid comment of like, we have no holographic projectors.
You messed up. Forget about it.
Just
you
stop mentioning it.
Yeah.
Just let it go. It's a flub. It's stupid. You broke canon. Stop bringing it up.
You're just making it worse.
Yeah, every time you bring it up,
it's like when you have a scab, you keep picking at it. Stop picking at it.
Just let it heal.
Let it heal.
Let it go.
You're done.
So they're gonna blow up the self-destruct sequence gets like interrupted because I guess apparently the sphere knowledge took over the whole entire ship, so it won't allow itself to be destroyed.
Yeah.
What? Like how?
But see, now that makes sense having a Callisto, but we didn't know that going in.
So they like did the thing I said, freaking target this thing and blow it the hell out of the sky. Then it
and that's what Pike does right away, and he raises his shields.
And they're like, oh dang, what the hell? Then Michael Burnham has her future visions of like she gets like, oh, I'm all drunk. Oh.
And the thing is, she has them, but she doesn't have the crystal anymore, so I can come back to you and just give you that vision.
She's having a freak out up to 10 years later. It's like
LSD trip. Oh boy, I should have taken LSD.
That's good time, Crystal.
That's delicious paper roll.
Oh goodness, it's so stupid. So she starts seeing that same vision of everyone getting killed and stuff, and apparently she saw into the future before they shot the missiles, because then she tells them, oh wait, that's not going to work.
But what? Those missiles didn't do anything, so why would that matter? They shot those missiles.
Yeah,
I'm not understanding. What was the point of taking her back 5 minutes earlier?
Yeah, like 30 seconds before.
More, yeah.
So I don't know, whatever. And during this whole vision, she sees is it Leyland? Leyland gets on the bridge, and he's just killing everyone. Everyone's just standing there and just taking it.
You know what's funny? Besides Suru, I didn't mind everyone else dying. That was kind of a highlight.
Until he gets shot, like, yeah. Then
get
other random people getting shot. Yeah.
Get them all.
Giorgio gets shot in the face. Take that. But then like Michael Burnham's like trying to crawl towards him, and he just picks her up by the neck and then shoots her in the head.
Yeah, but that she has to die heroically. She just can't just die.
Yeah, because everyone else was like.
Another thing you mentioned, the lasers were pushing him back for some reason.
Oh yeah, like Suru gets shot with the laser. It's like a rifle. He goes flying. What? Is this a concussive blast? Because if it's a laser, if anything, it would punch a hole through you.
Or it would incinerate you.
Yeah.
There'd be no pushing back.
Yeah, so people are like flying around the bridge.
Yeah.
Like,
and Suru's a lot stronger than humans. So if anyone, he wouldn't be pushed back by it.
Yeah, he goes like flying 10 feet in the air. It's so... I know it's cinematic, but come on, guys. Trek's better than that. You're supposed to understand, technically, if there was an energy-type weapon, it would just burn through you.
With Scarface on him, okay?
Yeah, I know. He just came in, hit the cigar in his mouth and everything.
Look at my little friend.
It's just really dumb, and it goes to show you that the people who are directing this and setting it up, they don't care about science in any type of way. So she gets that vision, and she like tells everyone to stop, and of course they just believe Michael Burnham because everything Michael Burnham says is always true. So they're thinking, well, what else can we do? There got to be another plan, and they're like, oh, well, she's like, I've been sent here for this reason, and it was my mother who did it, so I must finish her mission, and she's going to use the time suit to open the portal, and then the ship will follow her and go into the future with her, and thus putting it out of reach of
Most gives me. I want to miss something of the time control of the time crystal, since it can see time. Show her that she does do that instead of doing the other thing. Would that make more sense?
Yeah, instead of all the weird stuff.
Yeah.
Where are the temporal police?
I know. Nowhere.
I guess I guarantee if you sat down with the writers and brought that up, they'd be like, what? Like, because they don't care.
No.
So, because that was the plan they were going to do originally, was put all the data in the suit and send the suit forward.
So they're just doing it with the ship.
So they're just doing it with the ship. So it's going to be in tow. Yeah. We know it works because of the Callisto.
Yeah.
So that's why the Discovery was lost, because it went into the future and probably hit itself somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's why it gained sentience, because the sphere data.
But now we know that, so we didn't know that at the time.
Because if you go back and watch a review, it just said, "Oh, over time it just did." No, because it had that sphere data that had all that stuff about AI and everything.
So, but then how did that AI not know that?
I don't know exactly.
See, that's how stupid that is. Because I don't know. Just see their own canon.
The writers aren't talking to each other.
No, they're not. And I guess when they're all talking the meaning together to do this, Spock doesn't say hardly anything.
Yeah, because he's not
the smartest
smart.
guy in the room. No, it's everyone else. It's Jet Reno, and everyone else is the smartest.
And he just kind of stands there with the look on his face during that whole conversation. And then they try to put some jokes in here. They're kind of funny, but we're talking about the end of the universe here. Because like, oh, we need it's a great idea, but we got to power up this crystal. How are we going to do it? They're like, well, we need kind of like the power of a supernova. Like, yeah, but finding a star that's close to supernova is like going to be impossible. Yeah. And then Georgio's like, why don't we just shoot a dark matter thing and just make it go supernova?
And then literally everyone's like, no, because you would destroy at least every habitable life within like several light years. No, we're not doing that.
And she's like, so what? We're saving the universe.
Yeah.
I thought there was no bad ideas. That was a bad idea. It really was. And they go all around the horn saying how bad of an idea it was.
So what you said was fine. They didn't have to keep piling on.
Yeah, is it funny? Yes, but in the context of what's happening, see, that would have been a funnier joke if they had a little problem and her answer was the most devastating answer.
Yeah.
But this is the end of the universe, so what is those?
It fits her character, but it's just not. Thing is, again, that would even be real funny if that was Orville. You know, if that was just no, they don't know what they're doing.
Then they basically like, well, we need that energy. They get a signal, another one of those. That's when they come with the idea. Oh, it's Michael Burnham sending back the red light signals. But remember, there's still 2 more.
Yeah.
So, well, when those are going to show up. But basically, it's going to be taking him to a planet, and they're like, well, okay, we're going to spore jump there. The Enterprise,
a smart idea.
So the Enterprise is going to be in tow, but all these 631 ships are going to be following us too. And we can't just keep jumping, because they're going to just keep following us. And I brought this whole entire time. Where's the rest of Starfleet?
Yeah, why aren't they contacting Starfleet? Remember when they said they're renegades, but then they don't act like it, but they are? Why did you even bring that up?
Remember they said, oh, we're fugitives now. No.
Then why don't you just contact Federation? Hey, there's at least about 4,000 or 5,000 Federation ships. Get as many as you can to this location to
How cool of a battle would that be?
Oh, yeah.
It'd be like a Dominion War battle again.
Oh, yeah, but we can't have that, though.
So they discover to go to this, follow the planet or whatever, and they get there, and it's, the planet that, remember the Tilly short with that lady who found out a way to recrystallize the lithium?
Yeah, when we first saw it, they showed them, like, what's that to do with anything?
Yeah, like in the preview.
Yeah.
So, like, Tilly goes full-blown...
Psycho.
I don't want to... Okay, she has some type of mental disorder, so she goes full-blown that.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, yeah, it's Queen, blah, blah, blah. I forget her name is some super long name. Oh, but Poe for short. And we're like, best friends. I know the Queen. She discovered this. And everyone's looking at her like, what the hell are you talking about, weirdo? So they're like, oh, she can do all these things and everything, and she
can repower down through crystals. You don't have to get more.
Recrystallize them.
Recrystallize them, which they do on the original series and all the way up to Next Generation. And it seems like that'd be amazing. We wouldn't have to find a fuel anymore. We could just
basically reuse everything we already have.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, good. We're gonna talk to her, and then that's why it brought us here, because she's gonna be able to help us figure out this, and she's super smart too. She's like a super smart engineer, and she's the queen, and
she's everything.
Yeah, just another cool chick who can do everything. Because
there's not enough of them.
There's not enough of those on the show. I don't think there's a single one that's supposed to be the coolest chick ever that can do everything.
Yeah,
not a single one.
It's like the trope we see in anime where there are not enough girls that love this guy. It's just what this is now, but the other way.
There's just super smart girls.
People. Yeah.
We get a scene. I like Stamets. But his personal relationship with Hugh and him coming back, and then they kind of like confirm their like divorce, because he's like, well, after all this, if we live, I'm gonna go take a job.
Oh, I had a chance to work in the Vulcan Academy, but I passed that.
And he's like, or maybe I just hang out on a space station, but I'm gonna be off the ship, so I'm not gonna be on a ship anymore. And then he's like, moving forward is the best path for both of us. Yeah. And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna take a job on the Enterprise. Yeah. Because they need a head doctor or whatever. And then they kind of just like, well, anything that you do, I just hope that you're happy. It's nice, but the universe is ending.
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool. Like, oh yeah, and there's I'll be working with this one guy who's Lieutenant Bones. What do they call him? That's his name. That would have been cool. McCoy. That'd have been kind of nice.
That would have been kind of cool. That would have been a fun.
But of course, we can't do that.
This is where we get the stupid stuff.
Yeah.
So that Queen lady gets transported up to the to Discovery, and then Captain Pike's like, oh, hello, I'm Captain
Yeah,
Pike.
Your Majesty.
Yeah, and then she's like, oh, look, she runs the Tilly, and they go, big hugs. Oh, you brought me ice cream, and they're like talking to each other, and then
It sounds like salami.
yeah, it's a spamomi, which it's a dessert, but it sounds like it's
salami,
like a sandwich. It's from that short.
Yeah.
She likes ice cream. Then she introduces Michael Burnham. Oh, hello, Michael Burnham. I remember when you looked taller in your pictures and da-da-da-da-da. And the Pike's just standing there. Good job, Tilly, for not introducing your captain. Because that wouldn't have been the right thing to do, right?
You introduce him first before you introduce friggin' Burnham. Ridiculous.
And then finally, he like says her name correctly. Oh, good for you.
I couldn't
I know
stand
she's
it.
smart. I know she just flip it. And whatever you say is stupid. I'm
But
sorry.
at least in her case, she's not a Federation officer. So at least, okay, she's from an alien planet, so we don't know.
She was season 1 Stamets in this whole scene.
Yeah.
Because they go to the ready room and they're thinking about, okay, we can power up this crystal, we can do all these things, I can use this technology, and then we can use that to open up the wormhole. And they're talking a lot of tech talk, which is cool, but the whole time she's eating her ice cream, smacking her lips, pointing her spoon around.
Yeah.
And this whole time, like, oh, we're going to use this time suit. Who came up with that brilliant idea? Oh, it was my mother. She's super smart. We're all
Not her
chicks.
dad. Not her dad at all.
Her
Nothing.
dad did nothing.
He was a scientist too.
The only thing Michael Burnham's dad did was impregnate the mom. That's it. All he did.
That's what it seems like.
My parents made that suit. No, my mom did.
Of course.
He had nothing to do with it.
I'm sick. The validation for women in this, it was in the last couple episodes. It's back with the Force.
From here on out,
Yeah.
it is emotional validation all the way through to the end.
Oh, it's so awful.
And if you didn't get your period, you're going to get it now because all these women just instantly fall in love with each other.
Oh, yeah, it's ridiculous.
And they all stop and look, did all our periods sync up right now? Because they just
Look at the camera.
They all look at the camera. You too. So they just keep talking and talking about how they're going to fix all these things and how smart she is. And then she's talking to Giorgio and like hands her bowl of ice cream. And
Giorgio can't stand her.
And Giorgio doesn't like her like everyone else should not like her.
Yeah.
And she's like doing the math in her head, but like using her spoon to like...
And of course, Jeff Reno's the one who figures it out.
Pretends to write... Like she's pretending writing equations. There's Spock.
Again, Spock,
smart, right?
Guy, yeah. He only says like one line in this whole thing. It's ridiculous.
The only thing he says is to further say how great and wonderful Michael Burnham is. Oh, your mother and your DNA sequences matches and everything. Here's the thing. That's just a weird thing to do. Why not make it the suit to where anyone can... Why does it have to be this weird DNA sequencing? It's so Michael Burnham could be the answer.
Yeah, no, but exactly. Why couldn't it be, the mom did it because she didn't want 631 using the wrong hand, so that way they have to use her. If there's gonna be, so that way, if it ever gets used, she'll be the one in control of it.
Or the father.
Or the father. Either one. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make it because it just burned them. That's why they made it. It's so stupid.
So everyone keeps talking how awesome this alien chick is, and how awesome Michael Burnham is, and how awesome every woman in the room is, and all the dudes are just there because they're stupid.
Oh yeah.
And I'm assuming they're so the plan is, okay, we're gonna power this up, Michael Burnham's gonna do a thing, and then she's gonna basically be stuck there. Yeah. Because they go, once we do this crystal's gonna be like spent.
That's what Spock said.
So it's
gone.
a one-way trip.
Yeah.
And so Michael Burnham's gonna make that sacrifice, which is good.
Yeah.
A hero sacrifice is always good.
Yeah.
And maybe this is how we get rid of Michael Burnham. That's why we never.
But it also gets you mad. Then you start seeing people saying, "Oh, you shouldn't do it." It's ridiculous.
They keep trying to talk her out of it.
It's insane.
This isn't, like I said, this isn't a battle or to save one planet. This is to save all sentient life in the known galaxy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Who cares?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And I guess they mentioned too that they got a bunch of weapons to retrofit the
runabouts.
The runabouts. So now they have a bunch of mini fighters.
But that's not
enough.
There's going to be like 30, 40, 60, 31 ships. Why?
So it's going to be the Enterprise, the Discovery versus 31 highly advanced ships. How does the Enterprise stand a chance more than 5 seconds?
No, it doesn't. See, I agree. That'll keep the Discovery alive because they need that program, but they don't give a crap about
the Enterprise.
The Enterprise will destroy it.
But he just
so all cannons destroyed forever now. No, but it's so. And the thing is, Discovery can't really help him fight because it's trying to leave. So.
Yeah, because it needs to follow her through the wormhole. Then we get all these big emotional speeches, and like you said, everyone's trying to stop Michael from doing this. Yeah. Guys, that's not what we need to do. We need to say thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for doing this to save the universe.
Yeah, now you can validate her. Now they have a chance if they don't do it in that instance. You're just too important to leave, Burnham. You have to stay here. She's just a person.
And then, of course, once they tell the plan to the crew, the bridge, and then Tyler's like, there has to be another way. Because No, there isn't.
No.
Everyone stopped saying there could be another way because there's not. No. Everyone shut the hell up. Would you really think Captain Pike would go with this idea without exploring every other avenue?
No.
How little do you think of Captain Pike?
No, he's nothing. He's
first idea. Let's get rid of this chick. Like, no, that's not
what happened. Even though we could autopilot, you're gonna do it, Burnham. That's what they act like.
And then Burnham does the whole "Oh, I love everyone on the ship" speech.
Oh, it's so ridiculous.
Which is nice, but it just.
So I remember. Didn't at some point didn't Sarek get on the ship? I know.
No, that's later. That's a little bit later.
Okay.
Because the emotional validation isn't done.
No,
yet.
I know, mate. I just can't. I just want that part was just all ridiculous.
It keeps going.
Yeah.
We get to I guess alien chick Tilly and Stamets and Jet Reno are working on this nasty looking thing, and I guess that's what's going to charge the time crystal.
I mean, it is an alien technology, but still,
it's super gross looking.
Looks like something out of a scary movie. That's what it looks like.
And that's when we get Tilly and her again invalidating each other. Yeah. Oh, you're so great, and you're so smart, and oh, I'm so glad you're here, and everything. And it goes on and on.
You know what it reminds me of when that guy wears that visor and Videodrome and it like starts brighting up? That's what it looks like. What is this?
It's super gross looking.
Yeah, it is.
And that's when she's like, "Oh, I'm the queen. I can do this and that." And she says one cool thing. She's like, "I'm staying on the ship with you guys." She's like, "No, you have to go back to your planet." She's like, "I have to protect my planet, and I'll do anything to do it
and get this ship out of here.
And then we'll save everyone." Then she goes, "What do you want me to sit on my throne and wave my hanky?" You didn't need that stupid line at the end. Just the first part was cool. Then you had to say something silly and stupid.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, my hanky? Like, what concept does she have of a hanky? What concept does she have of sitting on a throne and waving like she's making a reference like with the princess would wave her?
Yeah, she's from another planet. How would she know any of that?
It's so stupid.
It's so dumb.
It's a dumb.
Well, we had to just show, oh look, when do you want me to do nothing? I'm a woman. I gotta save my planet. Like you had it. She did it the heroic way, and then you made her sound like a total idiot at the end.
Then we have. Then Giorgio tries to talk Michael out of it.
This is insane.
So there's another person trying to talk her out of it. You can do this, blah, blah, blah. And you just want to martyr yourself. And he's like, which is kind of true. That's what the writers are doing. Not necessarily Michael Burnham.
That's what the writers are giving themselves away.
And then she's like, if I make it back, then you can talk to me about my character flaws. Like, continue on the Trek forums. Then Sarek and the wife show up. Yeah. And then that's when we get more emotional validation. How did you know I was here? Remember our Kartra?
Oh my gosh.
Remember that stupid thing that happened in season 1 and then we forgot about it? They had to bring it up again.
Yep.
That's not how this works.
That's how this works.
So they go and they emotionally validate her for like 5 minutes about how great of a daughter she is.
This episode could have been 20 minutes long. It's ridiculous, all this, by the way.
It goes on and on and on and on. And even Sarek is like, it's the hope of every parent that their children can right the wrongs of them, their failings, which is true. And he's like, I failed you guys multiple times trying to do what I thought was best, and I kind of want your forgiveness.
But why did the wife say that, though? Never. She never said that she failed. No, none of that.
Your mother never made a mistake, so forgive me for my mistakes.
I know. That's what it felt like.
And it was like, and then she's like, oh, don't forget Spock, which was nice. Again, there's little sprinkles of nice things.
But not enough.
It just takes forever. Yeah. But it's sandwiched between saying how great and wonderful Michael Burnham is.
Always is. Always validation. And another thing, by the way, sir, why don't you bring some Vulcan ships with you? We could have used like 100 of them. If they were older, who cares? Something.
It's the fate of the universe.
Yeah.
Everything. And even Michael Burnham's mom tries to talk her out of it. So, we're on the 6th person to try to talk Michael Burnham?
Because she's so important to the show, she can't leave. She must not do this. That's what it seems like.
That planet's pretty cool looking.
Oh, yeah.
It's like this big old gaseous thing around it.
It looked different.
Wouldn't it have been nice, because then she has her hand on the window, like, I guess Sarek and his wife leave. Wouldn't it have been nice if she would have done the
Vulcan, the symbol? Prosper, yeah.
Wouldn't that have been nice? That's a perfect opportunity for it.
Yeah, the Vulcan salute, basically.
I guess Michael, Mama Burnham made, like, instructional videos of how to fly this thing. Yeah. I guess if she was stuck in the future, she had nothing else better to do, right? And the way she starts it out, she's like, hello. If you're planning on flying this, which would be crazy, but if you are, let me show you to do it the right way.
She said him and her, at least. But
yeah,
she said him and
who invented this, her or him?
Why do you have to say it like that?
And it's like a crappy instructional video from like the 50s.
But didn't your husband help you make this?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
That's insane.
He made dinner, he cleaned up, and went to the store and bought her tampons. That's all he did. He did nothing else. That's all a man is good for.
Like Captain Mercer and bagels. Tampon and bagels, right?
So, like, she's watching her mom's instructional videos on how to fly the thing. It's so stupid. She's getting called to the bridge. And this is, like, the 90th time she's being called to the bridge.
Yeah.
And she never gets there until, like, the end.
Oh, it's insane. And she's in there, like, she's in her quarters. It's ridiculous.
And she's about to leave, and then Tilly shows up. Oh, and you're going to leave forever? You need to let me cry and throw myself at your feet? Oh, God, Tilly, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. So Tilly's even... So this is the part where I got super confused, because I didn't understand what the hell they were talking about.
See, at first you actually made the right point. I was thinking a stupid thing, and I was correct.
So,
stupid.
The skeleton crew that's going to be on the Discovery says, we're going to follow you through the wormhole, and we're going to the future with you.
What Colonel first thought was maybe they're just going to stay long enough to give her time and then get somehow transport off of it or something.
No, they're going into the future with her. So
and Spock included.
Spock's on that thing too. That can't be. Something must happen where Spock gets blown out or escapes and he gets, because that's the problem with being in the past, because we kind of know what's going to happen.
Yes.
We all know it's going to work out because the original series happened. So that has to still happen. So they're like being a big emotional thing about like, we're going with you and you're not going to be able to stop us from taking.
So all the other ones go in the future because they don't matter, as far as the continuity goes.
So it's Suru, the lady with the eyeball thingy, the black chick with the braids.
Yeah. Mostly the bridge.
Yeah, so it's basically that little bridge crew, and even Stamets, which remember he just told Hugh that he wasn't?
Yeah.
But I guess he is now, because I guess they all came to the conclusion. But I guess Tyler can't, because he basically pulls Michael Burnham aside after this and tells her, we need someone on the inside who knows about control to make sure this never happens again.
And it kind of keeps everyone in check, but we know if Section 31 just gets... they're never going to get in
So
check.
they have like a big makeout scene, because I guess...
No, she leaves and then comes back. Oh, and Kiss is like, that's the Dying Star novel?
I was about to say, he's like, computer, shut the door. Like, come on, give her a going away present, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then we get like goodbye letters from like all the people who are leaving. So Suru basically tells his sister, I don't know if you're ever going to get this, but I love you so much. And then we get Tilly giving a message to her mom. And I don't know if I ever made you proud. Okay. No, you didn't serve on a starship and do all these amazing things. I never made you proud.
No, of course
Are you kidding me, dum-dum? Then we get the black chick. And she's like, oh, I know I threatened you when I chose my own path. One, who the hell are you? Two, this means nothing.
No, less than nothing.
Excuse me. Who the hell are you?
Yeah, I know, right? Excuse me again. Like, why is this happening?
I know I threatened you when I chose my own path. F yourself. People who talk like that piss me off.
Ah, it's so dumb.
I threatened you.
Especially in that time where that's supposed to be
parents.
past that. Yeah. And it's supposed to be in the future. We're supposed to be kind of beyond those things now.
Then we get an eyeball chick, and what were the chances that she was a lesbian? 6,000%?
Yeah.
So she's giving a message to her lover and her wife or whatever.
There's a picture background. I think it's her as a kid, but I
think
can't tell.
that's her lover. I guarantee it. That's who that is. Oh, you were always there for me. Every time I wanted to quit, you were my rock and everything. Okay, we get it. Everyone's a lesbian in the future. We get the only one I actually kind of liked. I like Suru, and then we get Stamets.
Yeah.
And I guess he's talking to either a brother.
I think he's talking to his brother.
Or sister.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm probably not going to come back, and all the times growing up, thank you, helping me with the dad, even though I still don't think I understand them, and you always thought that I was their favorite, but they love you a lot and everything. Like, okay, that
was nice. That was
because
sweet.
we got to know Stamets.
Yeah.
We've seen his ups and downs. Braided, black-haired lady went on one away mission.
And see how Stamets was sweet and nice, and hers was abrasive and mean.
Because she's a chick, she had to put my mom in the place last time
before I go.
I threatened you with my choice. Okay, go to hell. Then probably the coolest part of the whole entire episode, because they're Pike's going back to the Enterprise. He's in his yellow.
Oh, it's so cool.
I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I want to see more of that, because you walk in, you see him, I'm like, why can't I just have this at Pike on the Enterprise show? Screw this Discovery.
I know,
crap.
right? Can we just have the original shot go with it?
And then we get another going away speech where Pike's like, serving with all of you has been a distinction of my career. Yeah. I know all of you will perform your tasks. You will do Starfleet proud, all that stuff like that. But this is after like the 50th
See,
speech.
if this would have just been this, it'd been fine. And he actually praises guys in this, if you could believe it.
Yeah, he talks to the other two guys. If it wasn't for you, you're calm and cool under pressure. If it wasn't for our tactical team, and he goes through and gives everyone,
which is fine.
He's like, Suru, I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah.
Suru's cool. I love Suru. I know we got so much guff for liking Suru, but I like him.
Suru's cool.
So they kind of do like a kind of a bridge salute, thing for him, which was nice. But it's like the 900th one.
And then he goes to Burnham, and then it gets.
Oh, Burnham. You're the coolest thing.
And I'm wondering, was she something about your heart? What was it?
Yeah, something about opening your heart, about being the baddest bitch in the galaxy. I don't know. It's just...
Oh, it's in your heart. Your heart. What the heck is this?
So there's like the 600th praise of Michael Burnham.
Oh, my. It's too much in this episode.
So he's like, okay, we need to make a new captain. And of course, it's going to be Suru.
Yeah.
But Suru's like, we'll hold off on that. And it's like, he doesn't want to be captain?
No.
There's many things to consider. What do you mean? Make Michael Burnham the captain? There's no one else on that bridge that has more experience than you.
The only thing, maybe make her number 1, but even that's a stretch.
But this whole time jumping thing might kill her.
Yeah.
I guess his tactical officer is gonna stay.
Yeah.
The only woman to wear a skirt in the whole entire thing.
I know, right?
Whatever. It's a little ridiculous because I guess there are what did they say 7-8 minutes before everything shows up.
And then it goes back up to 9. Remember, it changes the time.
I think she said 10 minutes. Then it was 11 minutes. I don't know. It just felt like it went. This is a time crystal.
Oh, just kidding. And that's what she said.
But I guess the problem is the time crystal isn't charging fast enough.
Yeah.
So that's when we get the scene where they it's Stamets, Alien Chick,
and Jet Reno.
Jet Reno and Tilly. And they're like, the alien chick isn't there. It's just them 3.
Yeah.
And they're like, we have to figure out to make this thing charge faster. They're like, well, we could remove the cage, but then if that happens, then it's going to disperse.
But at this point, someone's got to do it because then the time you'll start freaking out and seeing the futures and all that. Well, someone's got to do it. She goes, well...
Jet Reno decides to be, okay, let it be me, shut the door, seal it. We'll open it up so it can charge faster, and then she starts getting visions of the future, and she sees all the explodey things and everything, and whatever.
Well, at this point, we've got to get it charged. We can't wait.
So everyone's be doing that time crystal stuff.
Yeah.
Remember when Harry Mudd used the time crystals?
Yeah.
He didn't seem to do all this crazy stuff.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, so...
And he had a better technology control. Why don't they say, hey, remember when Harry Mudd was doing that to us in the first season? Hey, why don't we get that technology he used?
So, everyone goes to red alert. Where everything's about to go down. Captain Pike's going to go back to the Enterprise. And it's super weird because on his way there, he's talking with Giorgio, and Giorgio's like kind of flirting with him. He's like, I may have questioned you before, but I'm glad you're on our side during this whole thing. He never said that I trust you, but he's like, I'm just glad you seem to be working with us.
And then he's going to go, and Taylor goes with him, yeah.
And he's like, he does it with other weird things that goes. Like, and you, Tyler, thank you for doing everything you've done for us. It's like, so do you trust me? He's like, why do you ask? Well, was there something I need to do before all this goes down? So he's going to go to a Section 31 ship. We don't get resolution of that. Last episode stuff.
Yeah.
And then Giorgio kind of goes, oh yeah, by the way, I'm from the Terran universe, from the mirror. I'm a Terran from the mirror universe. And Pike looks at her, what mirror universe? And he gives her like a wink. It's like, okay.
I guess. So, whatever. It's weird.
He's aware of the mirror universe? Okay.
But no one even told him, though, so I guess
I'm assuming, I don't know, but I guess, whatever.
Maybe him and Bernard had a conversation about it off camera, I guess. I don't know.
We get a shot of the Enterprise and Discovery. It looks pretty cool. I'm always going to love it.
Oh, but it's the spinny camera. Oh, that's
it's all
spinny
over
camera.
Yeah.
The one with the scene we were talking about with all 3 of them.
It never stopped moving.
I had to stop looking at it. It was giving me a headache.
You have to take Dramamine if you're going to watch that scene. It just keeps going and going and going. Yeah. They're all getting prepped and everything. The bad guys show up. Raise shields. We're gonna have a tussle. We're gonna have a rumble here. Boom, into that.
And there's about 30 Section full ships.
Yeah, full on.
Well, maybe with advanced technology, but yet they only have a bunch of runabouts and 2 Federation ships. That's it. There's no way. Look at how powerful these ships are. There's no way.
They keep getting a vision of one of those things crashing into the Discovery. Yeah. One of those probe thingies. So if they go into the future, if that probe thingy's still attached to it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And then they'll just learn it then.
Yeah.
But hopefully by then, the human race is so much smarter. But I don't know. I don't care. So we have one more episode to go.
Thank goodness.
This is the most emotionally validating episode in the history of all television.
It's a 2 out of 10. The only reason why it is 0 out of 10 because the Enterprise at the beginning.
And Pike in his yellow uniform again.
Yeah. That's it. It would have been awful if I didn't see that. It makes me like I said, I want that show with Pike on the Enterprise. Can we get that show?
Can I get a show with either Captain Suru or just with Pike leading up to...
Gosh, I don't know if they'd have the cojones to do this, but I would love to see Burnham just stuck in the future. Please just do that. So she's just stuck there and...
But the Discovery has to go to the future because of the Callisto.
Yeah, but I hope Burnham's stuck there and she ends up like dying from old age, whatever, and then...
And apparently the whole crew dies because the Discovery's just there.
Well, we know somehow Spock gets off the ship. He has to.
Yeah, because...
But everyone else... doesn't matter. But that'd be cool if they should continue on and they're in the far future. That'd be cool.
That'd be super weird.
Yeah, but at least now you can mess with things that doesn't fit canon anymore.
But at that time there would be temporal police. But again, since the temporal police exist, they can exist anytime.
Yeah.
Because they can travel all over the place.
I know.
So why are they letting any of this happen?
Or at least not helping them in some way. Something.
Maybe they're pulling the strings from behind. You know.
Or maybe next episode just seem like, oh yeah, we're from the temporal police. We can send you guys back, but. You keep messing with the timeline, so why don't you just stay here?
Well, maybe. Wouldn't that be nice?
I mean, but then again, we're trying to put logic in a show that they don't know anything.
But here's the thing, though. If this is getting a 3rd season, which I think it is, How can it be called Discovery if they don't have the Discovery?
Unless they all die in the future.
Unless it continues to show on from the future.
That's what I'm thinking.
But the Discovery, that would be like, oh, I got a Model A and I took it to the year 4000. They wouldn't use the Discovery. They'd just use some other shit.
Unless they were just... But again, they say the Temple Police ain't going to stop them. None of that's going to happen. They're not going to... There's an anomaly. There's a ship from, like, the 23rd century in the year 3000 something. Ridiculous. Well, they wouldn't be able to stop anybody. Even a runabout would destroy it.
But they kept bringing up the stupid supernova when she was a little girl. So something in the last episode is... Because remember, she
they don't put them in the past.
So I'm assuming what's going to happen is they're going to go through the portal. They're going to end up where Mama Burnham is. They're going to get on the Discovery.
But they save her.
Then they go back in time, save her from all that, then use that supernova to go back to our standard timeline. Yeah. But it fried the spore drive, so we can never use it again.
And now get sued. And they have the schematics for it. So
I know.
It's already a thing. It's like once you invent the atom bomb, you can't uninvent it. It's there, okay?
The knowledge is out there.
Yeah.
What
cool would it have been like during this battle? All of a sudden, you see Klingons ships to cloak, and they contacted the Klingons.
There needs to be something here because there's no way they can stand against all these ships. It'd be impossible.
Yeah.
Here's another thing. They said that we can't blow up the ship. So here's the thing: the shields on the Discovery would eventually get run down unless it would. But it couldn't spar jump without Stamets. So couldn't they just keep bombarding the Discovery till it blew up?
And I don't think Discovery would ever blow up. The Enterprise that knows that it knows it's good intentions. It's not gonna.
But here's another thing I brought up. Why didn't they contact every starship in the fleet? Everyone show up and everyone bombarded this thing.
A spore drive would jump into like the heart of the Federation. Just everyone just annihilate it.
Yeah. Because it couldn't control the spore drive without Stamets.
Yeah.
So why not just take all the spores out so it can't jump away?
Yeah.
And then just blow the hell out of it.
Yeah. But it still needs Stamets to even jump, so it doesn't...
So I don't know why they don't just do that.
No, of course not. We got to do the same plan where we have a bunch of runabouts and 2 Federation ships. Just 2. Not 20, not 30 ships, no, 2.
Okay, how many photon torpedoes could a runabout even hold?
Even upgraded wouldn't matter.
Like 10 maybe? Max?
Yeah.
Unless they're... Here's the thing. Remember how Jet Reno made those autonomous bots? Oh, I made a whole bunch of autonomous suicide bomber type things that are going to go to these ships and blow up.
And I made 10,000 of them. Then that would make sense, and I could see them hold them off. At least enough for her to escape. It still wouldn't defeat them all, but hold them off.
No, they don't.
Here's the thing, even after they do this, Control's still going to be a thing. It's still going to be...
See, here's the thing. Control's only... Why hasn't Control gone straight to... Isn't it proliferated all of the Federation?
Yeah, why don't they control all the top people of the Federation Council and freaking bring thousands of ships versus them?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It's so, I understand it's out of control, but they would think of it logically. They wouldn't think about it with emotion. They would think logically. Maybe it's in Leland. Maybe it's feeling emotions now.
Meh.
I don't know. It's just stupid. It's just the whole thing is.
So one more week.
Thank goodness.
And season 3, I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed because Captain Pike isn't back. Yeah. That actor said he's not doing season 3.
Yeah.
So we know he's gone.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know. Hopefully they just let this be. Don't go forward. Just let this be Mako Burnham. She saved the universe. Blah blah blah. She went to the future.
And if you want to go, just let it be a whole different thing. At this point, if you're going to do it, I'm done with these characters. Besides a few of them, that's it.
Yeah, the nonstop emotional validation.
Oh, just ruins this episode.
Packed in this episode.
Sometimes I had to look away from the screen because I don't want to see it because it doesn't matter.
I paused it multiple times just to put my head in my hand and just be like, oh, God, stop talking.
I can't understand this. I can't understand this too much. The Pike scene by itself would have been fine. You didn't have to.
But it comes after so many
that's
speeches.
That's why it's the problem. That would have just been it, but it's not.
Hopefully we get a cool space battle.
Hopefully.
Last episode, we get an hour-long space battle. How cool would that be?
Yeah.
But that's gonna wrap it up. Do you have anything else? I really can't.
I can't think of anything else. I just want to get it over.
One more episode and we're done. Thank goodness, right? I've been your host, Crimson Sin.
Team PCA.
See you guys later.
See you later. Bye.
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15 Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.